Hi everyone, welcome back to another stream. Hey Miss, good to see you. So yeah, we've had things transpire. Thank you for the bits, Ellie, much appreciated. Hey Zil. Yeah, first of all, let's get the minor thing out the way. So apparently on Twitch side, apparently it is my affiliate anniversary. I think it was actually yesterday, but it counts for like a couple of days. So you can plan a stream around it. I have no idea what it does on your end. I did see apparently there's like a congratulations message you can do. I don't know if it does anything else, but enjoy that. So yeah, apparently I've been an affiliate for a year. Don't know how that's happened, but... So I suppose we should get onto the elephant in the room. Yeah, I think it's been popping up for some people because I have seen it pop up in chat a little bit. But you know, Twitch is like, it's probably terribly implemented, you know? So yeah, let's just address the elephant in the room. So, you know, the whole plan about, you know, trying to get the SJS sword from this event. As you'll know, if you've watched the channel for a while, you will know I've hunted it for a hell of a long time. And you'll also know if you watched last year's anniversary that I saw 2 dropping games I was in. There you go. So yeah, about 10,000 gig views in total. Just about 4,500 on Ephinea. But been going since, basically hunted this since about 2003, on and off, since PSO GameCube. And then again on private servers, and then again on Sega Blueburst, and again on Ephinea. And this is the first time I've ever had SJS drop. So I'm finally free after like 22 years. Finally free of Skylight Tower. Unless someone else says they want to hunt SJS. So we did it. We have done it. And in typical fashion, it dropped when I totally wasn't expecting it. I basically logged on the morning. I had about 20 minutes or so to play. Thought I'll do a couple of Phantasy World 4 resets, and it dropped on the second run. I didn't even react to the drop because I saw the red box drop and just assumed it was a badge or a photon drop, and then saw the banner. And just to cap it off, you know, the best thing, you know, after it's taken so long to do, after all of that, it's got no attributes at all. You can't make this up. And no, before anyone asks, I am not hunting another one with hit. Lazelle already said actually need one with hit to keep the SJS runs alive. No chance. Absolutely no chance. I found one. That is the only one I'm hunting. Unless anyone else wants to hunt it, I have no interest in hunting anymore. So yeah, just quickly to show the kills on Ephinea. There you go. It's a little bit less than that because I did do a couple of runs after. There's some other people in tower on different IDs, but it's around 4,500 gig views on Ephinea. Hi Drac, good to see you. You don't need to hunt for it to drop though. Well, that's the thing. You know, if I don't hunt it, another one might drop. So yeah, that is very much one big checkbox ticked off. You know, I found Cycle 1 last year, found SJS this year. I guess Heaven Punisher is I do the big one, but I do have other things I want to find as well. I will not be unsealing it yet, because it feels like a total waste of time during the anniversary. Because I could be using that time to level characters or find other rares, so I have no real interest in unsealing it yet. I'll probably do that straight after the anniversary. Seeing a Cycle 1 drop to a whitelet was bound to happen. Yeah, I mean, that was insane. Heart of Twin SS Swords next. I mean, that is one thing I am interested in. So yeah, we finally made it happen. I just want to say as well, a big massive thank you to everyone who helped out with runs. Not just on Ephinea as well, like, you're literally going back to GameCube, the amount of people who like helped me out with runs is ridiculous. Yeah, I think we started off really badly with the event. I think, obviously, I think Drax Heaven Punisher was like the first big banner that we got this year. Obviously, Zale getting a Psycho Wand from the White Hill Lily. And the 35 for Liam, actually, as well. We also need to talk about what happened after the SJS as well while we're here. So about an hour later, Mist got a Handgun Gold drop in a game I was in. So we basically got 2 huge banners within the space of about an hour. I think to celebrate, you should have a Mistmar. I mean, you say that. Mistmar comes out on very predetermined times, really. Which is a nice way of saying probably never. The man, the legend. He appears on occasion. Living your miscast, does that count? This is as much your anniversary as Ephinea. I mean, it is literally my Twitch anniversary, apparently. Oh, thanks, Marco. Yeah, so anyone who is hunting SJS, first of all, is it worth it? No. If you do want to commit to hunting it, though, I would personally just do what I did, just do PW4 2-floor reset. It is mind-numbingly boring, but it's where mine dropped. Obviously, the event Tower Quest is pretty good for it as well, if you can get people. But yeah, it's definitely something I do not want to hunt again. You're going to get an SJS now. Go on, then. Funny thing is, as well, on Ephenia's Discord, I did notice as well that someone I used to play with on Blueburst on SJS later that day. So it's been very weird. But has Drac actually gone to do a reset? He actually has. I expect to see that banner. Yeah, there has been a lot of SJS banners. I mean, to be fair, I mean, the drop rate is doable at the minute. I think when I got it, it was about 1 in 6,600 or something. So it's roughly half the normal drop rate. But yeah, I'm just, more than anything, I'm just happy to actually get a banner this event, because I hadn't had a single one yet. Also, thanks to follow King Yoshi. Yeah, so we'll get started in a minute. For the event, we have around a week left, I think. Oh, hi, Boy, good to see you. Yeah, we've got about 1 week left, so obviously we can find literally anything else now. Yeah, I am aware of how much time people put in to help me find that sword, so I do really appreciate it. That's a good point. We did get the last reward as well for the anniversary, so we've unlocked a 1% extra boost to hit percent chance, which is all the more funny because I still didn't get it on SJS. Heaven Punisher, Psycho Wand, and Miller with hit. I mean, I'm not surprised you want a Miller with hit. I'm also down for doing gold runs as well because I know that Nimu wants gold as well. So it also is really good for experience still. So leveling characters is still good as well. So I know Blank said they're coming on as well, so once we've got everyone, we'll get some games going. Yeah, rare enemies are pretty good for hunting at the minute as well. We did get a few yesterday. Oh, no banner drac. It would have been really funny if you'd done one run and got an SJS. You got badged as well. Oh, yeah. I know that experience. I think during the hunt, I probably got PD'd from GeekU probably 30 plus times. And this event, I've been badged probably 20 plus times. Right, so with that being said, I think we've got more or less everything out the way, so no more SJS Corp runs, so we need to cope with something else now. So what are people after at the minute? And we can split up into teams. So I know Victory said he wants Heaven Punisher Psycho Wand, Miller with Hit, Gold Miller, Heart of Flamberge. So I'm seeing a few people say they want Miller. You got badge and PD from the mob that drops Heaven Punisher. Oh, I'm so sorry. Heart of Tension Blaster as well. I'm not doing Miller Forest. Yeah, that's a good point actually. What is the RBR? Scarlet Realm 2, Penumbral Surge 6 and Sweep Up 11. Isn't Penumbral Surge 6 Tower? Of course there's a tower quest on Abia after I get SJS. Alright, so we could do... Let's start off then with a Heart of Flamberge run just to get things going. So let's do a Skylight A1. Is that the best for Heart of Flamberge, or... I'm assuming it's one of the best. Actually, yeah, Scarlet Realm 2 is on RBR, isn't it? Isn't that pretty good for Pan Arms? Or is that the one where you've got to get all the way through Caves 2 to get to them? It's 18, okay. Alright, yeah, so we've got a Scarlet Realm 2 game up. So then we've got 7 people at the minute, so we can just split it to 4-3. So what do we want to do for the second game? Forest White Hill, okay. If you want, Vector, we can do Yellow Balls one after this if you want. Alright, so got 3 in there. I think realistically, if we go maybe 3 in Forest and 4 in SR2, that probably works best. Unless I'm not sure if Nemu's here, actually, they might be AFK. Anyone who's new, password to the games is always stream, so feel free to join them. Right, well, I will join the Forest game because I think Forest is now... We're now allowed to do it. We've unlocked all of the unlocks now, so I think Forest is now permitted. Yeah, commence Forest. We should change the symbol art now. Let's see if I can do that actually. Is there like a check symbol, like a tick? Really? No? I guess we can do that. There we go. Perfect. So I think it's just us 3 for now, so we can start whenever. We'll be back to doing Cease Forest again next year. So I think with how the date plays out, I think that next Sunday there will be 1 more anniversary stream, which will be just before it ends. But yeah, there you go. There's proof. SJS is real. And the really funny thing is when you get it, it's not even that good. The legends foretold of its coming. Yeah, I mean, I will say the model for SJS does look better, I think, than TJS. I think TJS does look a little bit generic, but still basically can't hit anything with the special because it has no hit. Hildatar is hiding me. I mean, hopefully Hildatar comes out. Oh, we got a badge. But yeah, honestly, I'm so glad it dropped when it did because I was getting so burned out with the hunt. I was actually starting to think that if it didn't drop during this anniversary, I was probably just going to stop the hunt because I'd hunted it so long that I just thought, it's getting ridiculous now. Ignition Cloak doesn't exist. 15 Rappies, now nothing. Yeah, Ignition Cloak is a really hard drop. Yeah, good luck with that. Oh, we got PD'd on, possibly on the Talar. So that is a Miller PD. Yeah, normal service has been resumed. Yeah, I got PD'd, so... It's 1 in 6 now with the boosts. I mean, I suppose the way you have to look at it is, you know, even at 1 in 6, it's still a 5 out of 6 chance of not getting it. And from a rare enemy, that it does stack up. Yeah, I would just keep at it. I end up buying it. Yeah, I can't remember what the going rate is for Ignition Cloak at the minute. I don't think they're too expensive. I suppose a lot more will have dropped as well during the anniversary. Miller is only 1 in 13k, easy. Yeah, it was insane yesterday, though, like when we just did a Whiteout Ruins run and got a gold straight away. Your gold should not drop that easily, you know. I felt a bit mixed about it because on the one hand it was great to see it drop, but I will admit I did feel bad for Nemu, because I know Nemu's been really hunting it a lot. I suppose the same thing happened to me last year, though. You know, again, I saw 2 SJSs drop. Oh, big res, big res, Silence Claw. I got PD'd as well. Yeah, I got PD'd a bit earlier on Miller. Yeah, hopefully we can get some banners for people who haven't had one yet as well. I think one of the next hunts for me, though, is it might be Heart of Type SS Swords, which is like a weapon camo for 2 twin swords. You can recolor it with a photon filter as well, so it's really cool. Although I think for that what I might do is I might try and get a good G's-Eye first. There's very much still things to find. Skyly spaceship confirmed. I mean, I'm always down to do spaceship. Basically what I'm saying is, you know, I'll do pretty much anything apart from Skylight Tower. Skylight Tower is dead to me now. I literally, I'm not exaggerating here, I literally found every single rare in Skylight Tower multiple times before I found CLJS Orb once. And when I say multiple times, I think I probably found about 25 to 30 Yamagarasus. Let's get Sky, now's the time for Naze Claw Tower. I mean, that is the issue. One thing I wouldn't mind going for is Naze Claw. But my choice for that is basically Viridia Tower, of which I do not have a Viridia. Or Blue Full Gert to Blue Lose at like 1 in 8,000. Which does not sound like a fun hunt. And again, it's for a weapon that isn't even that good. But yeah, thanks for all the congratulations messages as well. Yeah, this was like a massive thing for me. I think unless you've been around the channel for a long time, you probably don't know about like how ridiculous this hunt has been. So for context, basically, I started PSO in about 2003, and once I got a Skyly character to Ultimate, it was one of the first things I went for. And I used to hunt it with my little brother, like back on GameCube, like 20 odd years ago. I did finally get one recon, yeah. It dropped yesterday. It only took 22 years to get one. I think now we're back more normal ground now. Silence Claws. That's kind of more our speed. So apparently I'm now running out of space for bronze and silver badges. Should probably spend them at some point. Yeah, it dropped down yesterday. I was just doing a couple of PW4 reset runs and it dropped out of nowhere. I did say to Draken earlier because I think it dropped while Ziggy was streaming, and Draken saw the banner, and I went back and watched Ziggy's stream, and like Drak's reaction to it was so funny. He was just freaking out in Ziggy's chat. I got the 90 hit. Unfortunately, not quite 90 hit. No, it's all zeros. I mean that is perfect, you know. The only thing that kind of annoys me about it being all zeros is that some people might just say, "Oh, well, you just got it with an anniversary badge." You know, with a platinum badge. I can assure you I did not get it through a platinum badge. Just like yours. I don't really mind it too much being zeros though, because it means it is actually worth unsealing. Because there's an issue with sealed J where if you get on with really high hit, it's actually not worth unsealing. Because I think it's like the only weapon in the game that hits multiple targets, has unreduced health, and can have hit. So if you get on with really high hit, it's actually just worth keeping it sealed. I kind of didn't want that. Hi, Vectroid. Yeah, honestly, I'm just relieved that it's over. But hopefully, though, we've got 1 week of anniversary left. Hopefully, we can get some more banners. Wife is watching the stream. She says, "Grats on the SJS." Oh, thank you very much. I did also change my symbol chat as well. She's hyped for me. Yeah, it's just been such a long hunt. Like, it's been ridiculous, honestly. Oh, hi, Marco. You okay? Did you want a team invite, by the way, Marco? Because I think we do have space still on the team. Thank you for the 13-star raid drop. Yes, the team. No worries. We're rank 11. Are we really? There we go. I need to see this. Are we actually ranked? We actually are. I don't know how long that'll last. I mean, but we're there. So are they still finishing off the SR2 run? Yeah, we'll probably take a little while because it is quite a long quest. Does the team tie to all your characters or just this one? It ties to your account, so all your characters will be in the team. It's stuck with us now. We do have enough to make 2 teams here, and we do. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to split into 2 teams. How does the anniversary work? So we are in the closing stages of it now. We have about 1 week left of the anniversary event this year. Basically, all monsters have a chance of dropping anniversary badges, which can be traded in an anniversary shop. We have a lot of boosts active. So at the moment, we've got really, really high experience rates, high rare monster rates, high rare drop rates. There's increased photon drop rates. There's a lot going on. There's also a series of special quests that get added as well, which are like shorter versions of some of the maximum attack quests, but with denser enemy counts. So it's really good for farming rares, for leveling up. Yeah, you've got about 1 week left. Got time for another run. Mother-in-law's birthday dinner soon. Yeah, no worries. In that case then, since it's probably your last run then, Porkins, do you want to pick what we do next? Hi Sky, congrats on the SJS. Enjoying the experience of getting to Ultimate for the first time, and it feels like being back at level 1 for 20 levels. First of all, thank you. And yeah, Ultimate is rough when you first get there. It will get easier. Apart from Tower. Tower is always bullshit. We could do an MA Caves run, yeah. I mean, is there anything in particular you're looking for? Because I know for Red Rhea, for Lavis, I know the event quest isn't really that good for slimes. You're better off doing the full max attack. Just for fun. I mean, I suppose if we're doing Sky Spaceship, Gurren, and Daylight Scar Time, yeah, sure. So we could do 1 MA Caves and 1 Skylight Spaceship then. Do you want to battle? So who wants to lead for Skylight Spaceship? So I'm just thinking if we're doing caves, we could always potentially do something like Purple Numb. Those chance of a Psycho Bond. Hi, Kid Cool, good to see you. Or Lavis Caves. Yeah, yeah, we could do like max attack, what, 1A? I think 1A is pretty good for slimes. Yeah, let's do that then. Let's do Red Rhea 1A. And then what, maybe Skylight Spaceship for the other one? Or we can do MAE Caves for the other one. Banner time. I mean, hopefully. Yeah, so if you want to go for a Lavis, join the Red Rhea game. I'm not sure how many people are AFK at the minute. I think Nemu might be still AFK. I'm not sure about anyone else. So they've got 4 in there now. Let's see, we've got 3 in there. So for us 3 then, do you want to do... Oh, never mind, they jumped in. So what we could do then is, for a 2-player run, we could do... Well, is there anything you're after at the minute, Vectroid? Because I guess we can just do a quick run while finishing. P1s. Yeah, do you want to do MAE Caves then? Yeah, sure, I'm down to do that. But yeah, Dr. Kirsty, the anniversary is fantastic for playing if you've never played through it before. Want me to jump out and join you? It's up to you, miss. I mean, MAE Caves isn't that hard, so we can do it as a 2. Or if you want to join us, feel free. It's up to you. Go ahead, yeah, no worries. Yeah, MAE Caves is pretty easy anyway, so... Yeah, good luck with Lavis. So yeah, it took a long time, but the event finally paid out, so I'm happy now. Yeah, I really need to trade these badges in at some point because I've got so many of them now. And hopefully we can avoid purple num card. I've managed to avoid it so far. Oh, a huge drop. That's actually really funny. A 20 hit Guilty Light with 50 native. because of course. I do seem to have a habit of getting guilty lights with ridiculous percentages on them. Although not as ridiculous as that one that missed Scott. Yeah, good luck with ultimate though, Richard, because I know when you first get that it can be a bit rough sometimes. It's definitely my favourite part of the game though. I think for me with PSO, I think once you've played through a little bit, you kind of get to a point with PSO where normal hard and very hard are just not that appealing. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit spicy. You're learning how to use freeze and confuse traps properly. It does help a lot. Like, freeze traps are amazing in Ultimate. I mean, confuse traps as well, but freeze ones are busted. At the start of Ultimate, Confuse are actually much better. I mean, I suppose the good thing about Confuse is, you know, the monsters in Ultimate do quite a lot of damage, so you can get them to do a fair bit to each other. Yeah, exactly, yeah. When there's a big group of them, Confuse traps are really good. Freeze traps are just really good for locking down really dangerous spawns. Yeah, particularly when you get things like Barons that will just delete you as soon as they shoot you. I will say though, I am probably not the person to ask about androids, because the majority of my play in PSO has been with either Forces or Honeywell, so I just like rested too much. Yeah, hopefully people in chat have found some good stuff during the event so far. I know we have had a few banners, so I think we're doing alright now. I think the event for us did start very, very slowly. For level 13 of Viridia card. Yeah, hopefully get something else. I'm pretty sure that Nano Dragon there, when it's shot, I'm sure it's like projectile just went around in circles. Really miss not having Rester against falls when he steals your soul. So from what I understand, I think HP steal attacks still go through the shield. as far as I know. So I'm sure, I think it was Nemu, I'm sure Nemu was saying that if you have something like Gold Miller, I'm sure the HP steel goes through the shield. Yeah, for the soul steel part, I mean, if you're solo, I guess you can just wait it out if you need to. Eventually, he will give the soul back. In multiplayer, there's a few things you can do. So I think in multiplayer games, people will generally either have someone who can heal, just stand behind whoever gets the soul and just spam and rester. Or the other thing that people with some arms do is they'll just attack falls, get the person whose soul was stolen killed, and then revive them. The only thing about that is obviously the person who's affected loses mag synchro, which kind of sucks. But honestly, yeah. I don't know how anyone else feels, but for me, I get to a point in PSO where I don't really care about mag synchro because I never gain it anywhere. Maybe that's from playing tower too much. Oh, banner. Limb Race 2. Vectroid has reached level 200. Congratulations. I did not know you were that close. Congratulations. So we got a banner. I'm so glad it wasn't a purple num card. But yeah, congrats on that. That's huge. There you go. Who said we don't get banners on stream? Oh, it's your first 200 ever. Oh, nice one. Yeah, I had no idea you were that close. Been playing since Dreamcast. Lucky it wasn't stolen by a useless flower and sword. Yeah, that sucked. Yeah, so Draken's first 200 banner. Someone else found a rare flower and sword at the same time, and it stole the banner for his 200. We did redeem it though. We did get you a second 200 banner. It's something I don't really understand with the banner system in this though, because I know there was someone on the Discord who got on the Ephinea Discord who got 2 Psycho ones more or less at the same time, and the banner scroll for one and then scroll for the second one. So I don't understand why it can't just like keep hold of the 200 banner. You know, scroll the Floun's banner first, sure, but then scroll the 200 banner. I'm assuming there's a reason why it can't do that. You only got 1 banner on your Psycho ones. That's weird. Because I remember it happened because when this guy got the 2 Psycho ones, I remember that I was playing at the time and it scrolled 1 banner, and then as soon as that banner ended, it played another one. The only thing I can think of is that maybe he killed the middle lilies with a bit of a delay, maybe. You blame beat time. Oh, Rare Monster Boost doing work. That was not what I intended to do. That was the wrong button. It's actually tactical because we can start from there and just kill them all. Totally intended. Yeah, we ignore that. But yeah, I'm assuming that for the double milliliter, I don't know, maybe they killed 1 milliliter. Yeah, maybe they killed 1 milliliter, waited for a couple of seconds, and then got the second one. Yeah, that is the correct button. Sky tried to unseal the JS sword and got death by 1,000 megads. I did mention this on the Discord chat yesterday, but basically because SJS has a super confusing description, back in like the really early days of PSO, people would try some really insane methods to try and unseal it because no one really knew how it unsealed. And I know that there was at least one person who tried to unseal it by getting a force in battle mode to cast Grandson Megad on them. The reason for that, if you don't know why, is because in the description for SJS, it says that the seal opens when all techniques are used. It's really badly translated. So people, you know, read that literally. Okay, I got badged on a purple num card. I am happy with that. I heard that if you place 10 Giga bodies on the Olga floor of Elevate, you get Parasite Gene floor. Well, it certainly isn't by doing 10 LK14s because we tried that before. Yeah, there was like a lot of theories about how to unseal it. Like, no one really knew how. Because of the description, that didn't help. I think it's one of the things with PSO, you have to accept that a lot of the things the game tells you are not true, that it's badly translated. Yeah, that is a perfect example, yeah. So the description for Cannon Rouge, even going back to like the Sega official Blueburst servers, the description was like a bright red blade that confuses enemies. It's a gun. I will say there is like a recurring theme with a lot of the new items that are added in Ep 4. Not just a gun, a freaking cannon. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think the name would be... Well, I say the name should be a clue, but we do have a saber called Lavis Cannon. But yeah, there is an issue with some of the Ep 4 items. It kind of feels that maybe like the translators at the time were given the task to do it on like a Friday afternoon. Because, you know, you look at something like Dragon Slayer and it's, you know, quite cool descriptions, you know, a legendary sword born by one who defeated a dragon. You know, it's all quite interesting. And then you look at something from Blueburst. I think Galatine's not too bad. Where's a good example of a really bad one? Oh, I know one actually, if I can find it. Where is it? There's one that's absolutely terrible. So Morning Prayer, so it's an armor that has a set boost with Morning Glory, and the description for it is Superb in close combat. That's it. Light armor with red threading. Yeah, a lot of the descriptions of the Blueburst stuff is very toned down. Nice flowers, yeah. It does kind of feel like someone asked the localizers to do the task on like a Friday afternoon when everyone wanted to go home. When are we getting the filter to turn Lavis Cannon into a bazooka? So I might switch characters because I would like to actually get some experience today. And Planet 200 is not the player. So I might get my purple nun maybe. Yeah, it's just an unfortunate thing with PSO is that a lot of the stuff is really badly translated and is misinterpreted really badly. Another one I'm thinking of actually is the 3084 Flowers. The original description for that was complete nonsense. They've changed it on Ephinea. They've actually made it make sense. But yeah, the original description for that sword just made no sense at all. Nice flowers. Yeah, actually, I'm going to pull this up. Actually, what was the description for that sword? Because it was so bad. I might need to actually look on PSO World for it because I think they fixed the description on Ephinea. But it was super bad. Right, so here we are. So I'll zoom in a bit so you can see it. So that is the original description of the 3084 Flowers. They changed it quite a bit on Ephinea. Yeah, that is exactly as it was translated in the Western version. That's how it was in GameCube and everything. I'm assuming that Furu Uen is probably just a mistranslated flower. I have no idea what Horusu is. I think maybe it's Horus Mick is maybe the name of the guy who made the sword, but it's really badly translated. Horse, clearly. Yeah, thankfully they did fix it in Ephinea. Flowen's horse, yeah, exactly. Furu equals Furen equals Flowen is Ren confirmed. He was there all along. Just, you know, not an android, and it makes no sense. Gotta go, good luck with the stream, guys. No worries. Thanks for dropping by, Boink. Thank you for the Lisa laugh. Yeah, nice flowers. Right, so how many we got? We've got, what, 6? Unless, is there any more in games at the minute? Looks like Marco's soloing. Yes, there's producers at the minute. So what we're on next then? Green and purple. Or yellow and purple. What for? What quest? MA Foy. And we could. We've got 6 people. Well, I say 6. I don't know if Nemo's back yet, so it might be 5. You want to get our team with hit? I mean, we can try doing it at a Foy if you want. Can do yellow, purple, don't mind leaving. Yeah, no worries, we can do that. Started playing Ephinea last week. Oh, nice one there. Yeah, we've got roughly about 1 week left of the anniversary event, so experience should be absolutely crazy for you at the minute. It goes until, I think it's until about September the 8th. Have you played much PSO before, or is it the first time you played on just on this server? Right, hopefully we can get something out of this. Did on Dreamcast and Xbox, beat Epon and Null, but never beat Olga Floor. Oh, okay. Yeah, Olga honestly is a lot more difficult than Epon. Yeah, he can be pretty rough. Yeah, I feel like with PSO, I think if you play episode 1 and 2, that is definitely the high points of the game. I think episode 4 for me is still the weakest episode. But I like that it's just some extra content to do. Two badges immediately. Don't have a PC controller, it's so hard to aim on a keyboard and mouse. Don't remember it being so hard on Dreamcast or Xbox. Yeah, I mean, I've always played with a controller mainly. I personally find PSO a lot easier to play with the controller. I know it's set up so you can play with keyboard, but yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I feel like the aiming's a bit awkward with keyboard. But I do know there's a lot of people who play with keyboard fine as well. I think for me, I've played it so long with a controller, it feels weird to me to use keyboard now. Yeah, I hope you have fun on Ephinea though. I really like the server. It's got a really decent player base, admittedly a lot higher now than normal, because the anniversary event. But even outside of anniversary, it's still really decent. Oh, Drac got a striker plus. If only striker plus was like a better heaven striker. I mean, not that we need a better Heaven Striker. Look at my sword, yeah, it's a bright red blade. I was going to say what class did you go with there, but I'm going to assume Honeywell. If I had to guess. Definitely plan on making a Honeywell, but all of my guides revolve around range, so I made a Raymal. And Raymal is a really solid solo class. I do find with Raymal that they do start out quite weak. But yeah, once you get a few levels behind them, they're really, really good. Do you know what? A photon drop from a red Dodoshi drop? I think I'll take that. I'd much rather have the photon drop. Mid Raymal White Hill because I heard it was good all round it. Can't aim, couldn't play with this shot, and there's basically no shots on White Hill. Yeah, I think Viridia is the best idea for shots, but honestly, I don't know how feasible it is, but I would honestly recommend that if you are struggling with the aim, I would probably consider trying to get a controller if you can. I know it's obviously an extra expense, but yeah, White Hill is honestly, it is a really solid ID. It's a very balanced one. The way White Hill is normally described is it tends to have, when you get in the high difficulties, it has generally something good in every area. Whereas some IDs are very restrictive and will kind of lock you down to specific areas to hunt stuff. Yeah, Skylight's quite a good example of that, honestly. With Skylight, you basically spend all your time in either caves or CCA. Forest ID. I mean, yeah, you know, White Hill Forest is honestly really good. Who gave Hilda Sunday I just want to talk? Yeah, I feel exactly the same way. It's worse in Temple as well when you get them where they can shoot through the pillars, but you can't. Midoric has Viridian leveled it up so you can hunt Hildebears in Ep 1 and 2. It's got the 2 lower level shots. Oh, nice. Raymal's around level 60 And recast is 30. Okay. That's pretty good considering you just started like this week or last week. Yeah, level 16, not too far of ultimate. I mean, I think if you've played Dreamcast and Xbox, I think Blue Burst, it should feel more similar to Xbox, really. Yeah, honestly, Blue Burst just feels like GameCube and Xbox with some improvements. There are some things I don't particularly like about Blue Burst, but it feels very similar. Try to play some Ep4, but you don't understand the flying guys. Or the big birds, the zoos. Yeah, they only have a couple of attacks, so they will typically either try and dive at you, which if you can shoot them, you can shoot them, and that will stop the dive. They have a laser beam, which, again, if you hit them, will tend to interrupt them from doing it. And the only other thing they really do is sometimes they'll come down to a low level and they'll try to infoy you. And for that, just make sure you're not directly in front of them because it will do a lot of damage. They are super annoying. Yeah, you also can't freeze them either. Oh, we got a silver badge and a luck material. Honestly, more interested in the luck material. They've managed to target them, they might as well be invincible. They are awkward, and I imagine if you're trying to do it on keyboard, yeah, they can be irritating. I don't think anyone likes zoos. Also, I suppose, well, if you're playing Ranger as well, Ep4 takes a bit of getting adjusted to because you've got these guys as well that you can't really use guns on. Didn't expect an Epsilon to spawn in the event quest got destroyed. Yeah, that is the typical experience of going against Epsilon for the first time. Easiest way to beat Epsilon. If you can do Zalua on it, do Zalua because that will help. Assume you're a hunter or a ranger anywhere. And if you have a weapon with demons, demons is really good against Epsilon. Yeah, Epsilon basically has such high defense that you just can't really hurt it. You're a force, so you just destroyed. Ah. Yeah, for force, really, I think... I don't know if Epsilon's really weak to anything, elementally. I think your best option with a force is maybe just try and get a demon's ray gun or something. Anyone need escape doors found 2 on the floor? I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine at the minute. But yeah, Epsilon is a horrible enemy to fight, though. Oh, level up. Yeah, the other thing about Epsilon as well is the explosions that it does. They're quite weird. So they do fixed damage, but it's fixed damage that you can reduce with having fire resist. Yeah, particularly in Ultimate, the amount of damage that they do with the explosion is ridiculous. It's about 1400 damage. Photon drop from a Marissa. I have no idea what they dropped. You're a full Mar. Yeah, I would probably consider maybe try and use a Demon's Weapon if you can. I know full Mar accuracy is not good. Honestly though, I mean, Tower in general is just not a nice place for Force. Unless you're talking about A1 or A2, because I think they have Epsilons in as well. Right, let's see. Who are we getting? It's the normal boss, which is fine because we're on yellow bars. Yeah, so what we're doing here basically is we have Yellow Balls as first character and me as second on purple. So if it was the rare boss, the leader would probably leave. And basically, it would turn to a purple num game, so then we could hunt Heaven Striker. But for the normal boss, it's better to stay as yellow. Okay, have all three gone over there? Yes, they have. Okay. Section ID can change mid-game. That is pretty much a new thing on Ephinea. I know I did a guide on it before where I said that if someone made the game for you, it would take their section ID. So it's actually different on Ephinea. The way it works now is the ID is based on who hosts the game. But then, if the leader leaves, the ID on Ephinea will actually change to whoever joins second. So, for example, Saba at the minute is our leader on yellow balls. If Saba left, it would switch to who joined second, which was me. So it would switch over to purple num. It didn't do that on the Sega servers. On the Sega servers, you could have someone make you a game, leave, and it would keep on their ID. I know there are people who dispute that, but they are wrong because I used to get people to make Skyly runs for me on their Sega servers. Yeah, for some reason they changed it on Ephinea. I'm not really sure why. How did that hit me? Excuse me? I got attacked by a ghost. Well, I did not get a Galatine. It looks like no one else did. How did Minsk get this off event with 40 hit? I have no idea. It happened, but I don't know how. Yeah, exactly. Well, I got a luck material. I'll take that. Actually made a recast, tried to switch Sec ID to Viridia, leveled it to 8, then realised it was still Greenhill, and couldn't switch Sec ID because he used the command already. That's very weird. Yeah, normally it should let you switch it. As long as you're under level 20, it should let you switch. Did you, after you did the command, did you try changing block or anything? I don't know if that affects it at all, but I know every time I've used the command, it's worked okay. So I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe it's like a desync thing with the server. Because you have to do it twice, yeah. It asks you to do it once and then it asks you to do it again to confirm. Any particular plan for the Sunday stream when the event's ended? We'll probably just go back to doing, on the Sunday streams, we'll just continue to sort of rotate for different Phantasy Star games. We'll play PSO every so often. We'll do a bit of PSU, we'll do some PSO 2. Now and again we might switch it up and do something else different. But yeah, probably back similar to what we were doing. And the Wednesday stream will just continue as the classic Phantasy Stars until we finish those. Oh, is that for the reset command for entering it twice? I have a feeling it might ask you twice anyway. Could be wrong. But it is weird though that you put the ID request in and it just stayed as Greenhill. Didn't give me any warning like that, but when I created a new raycast, I named it to go to Viridia, then switched the name. Then the server told me I needed to switch blocks, no comments when I use sec ID. Huh. I wonder if it's just something they forgot to add in. Because I would assume that if you change section ID, it's a big change to your character data, so I would assume that you would need to change block to get it to set. I could be wrong though. I don't know the ins and outs of how the server processes things. At least they're on level 8 though, so at least you could just make another one. Yeah, in regards to the streams though, I mean, if there is anything that people want to see me play, just let me know. Discord is probably the easiest place to let me know. I think the plan is, once we've done Phantasy Star 4, I know there is still the text adventures and stuff to do, but I do want to play through Front Mission 3, probably after Phantasy Star 4. The original Front Mission 3 though, not the remake. Level 8 is 1 maximum attack forest and 1 TEF dragon kill. Yeah, that's insane. Alright, so what's up next? How many have we got anyway? We have 9. I'm not sure if Neema's still AFK. What about episode 3? I mean, we haven't done an ep 3 stream for a while. On that though, I might be able to do an ep 3 stream fairly soon because I recently got a flippy drive for my GameCube. And I'm getting some things in the mail that are going to allow me to back up my GameCube saves. So once I've backed up my GameCube saves, I might be able to play episode 3 with my actual episode 3 save. What are you supposed to do with rares that you've already got better percents for? 25 for LK4 in combat is my current weapon of choice. I can't even sell the ones with less hit at the shop. Easy thing to do is, if you are on a team on Blue Burst, you can go to the team menu and go to point register. That will let you basically donate any rares that you want for team points, and then team points you use to unlock different things for the team. That is the main thing you would normally do with them. If you're not in a team, you've basically just dropped them. Or trade them with other players if they're worth anything. I think it's in PSO you have a very, very limited storage space, so... What, we're ranked 10 now? Like, you love to see it. I don't know how long that'll last, but we're in top 10 at least. But yeah, I do want to play more Ep 3 for sure. But I think I'm going to try and get my GameCube saves copied of first, and then do it. It's quite cool as well, because then if I can transfer them over properly, I'll also be able to use my GameCube episode 1 and 2 saves. So then if there's people who play on GameCube PSO, I could also do that. Play the final battle on stream on Ep 3, yeah. Yeah, DMCA be damned. Alright, so let's see, what should we do next? Kind of lost now, because normally this is the point where I go, well, do you want to do an SJS run? And now there's no need. Can I get a purple to join second on my game? I mean, yeah, I guess either me or Vectroid can join. I think we're the only purples on at the minute. Alright, so has Vectroid joined that one? Yep, so there's 3 in that. Alright, cool, so they got a full team. Okay, so we probably have 4, because I think Nemu's AFK at the minute. Do we do SJS? I mean, why would we do SJS? Who cares about SJS now? Never had the chance to play F3 myself, so always looking forward to watching it on stream. It's an experience. I like it, but it is very, very different. What is my purpose now? To find us more rares. Oh, Nemu's back. Want to do a CCA perp? We can do if you want. I can make a purple CCA. I know there is 5 of us, so potentially someone might have to sit out, or we're doing a 3 and a 2. But I will make a perp CCA again. You can sit out. Well, if you want to. Oh, thanks, Nemu. Yeah, apparently I've been an affiliate for a year. I don't know where the time's gone, but yeah. So just one thing on while we're getting this game going. So I mentioned on the community post on YouTube that obviously I am going to be away for the first 2 weeks of November. I'm going to Japan. I've mentioned it a few times. What I'm thinking of doing is, because I don't know if I'll have any kind of real service in Japan, like, I really doubt I'm going to be able to stream anything while I'm there, because I just don't know if I'll have the bandwidth. I do want to kind of give you guys updates from Japan, but what I'm thinking of doing for the Twitch side in particular is maybe running some reruns of the Classic Phantasy Star streams, potentially. Just so you guys have got something to watch while I'm away. Other streamers are available as well. Yeah, that's not until the 1st of November though, so... Mr. Nemu is soloing, okay. Yeah, just so you guys have got something to watch on the Twitch channel while I'm away, just in case I can't do any content myself. I will be trying to do some YouTube videos before I go as well, just so you got some uploads going out as well. I am kind of thinking about the channel recently because I am thinking of maybe changing things how I do on YouTube. Rebroadcast all your old streams. That was the idea, like maybe just set it to just broadcast some of the older ones. You'll be able to get Dolphin up and running. F3 is actually pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, if I can get my save file copied over okay, it should be no problem playing F3 really. Yeah, I've been kind of trying to think of what to do about the YouTube uploads, because I'm sure you guys have probably noticed that, you know, I have kind of mined the depths of PSO. And I will be straight up and honest, there is not a whole lot more videos I can get out of PSO. I'm amazed I've gone this long with it, but at the same time, I obviously don't just want to stop the YouTube channel as well, because, you know, I appreciate a lot of people watch it. So what I'm thinking of doing is maybe just, nothing's finalized yet, but I'm maybe considering adjusting the upload schedule for YouTube. And instead of doing like a once a week guaranteed video, maybe just doing as and when. Because the other thing as well is, with the YouTube side of things, if you're doing one video every week, there is that kind of constant pressure to think of new ideas for content every single week. And as I've said time and time again, I personally prefer the streaming side. So yeah, nothing is confirmed yet, but it's something I've been thinking about. The testimonies. My experience with hunting 1 of 14 odds but getting nothing. I mean, I was considering doing a video about like the whole saga of the SJS hunt. I kind of feel that maybe I should. Oh, I got badged on a heaven punch. That sucks. It's way more engaging to stream than make videos. Yeah, I mean, with the streams, like on my end, it's a lot less work to do because I basically just go live, talk to people, and just yap for 3 hours. But yeah, videos can be a lot more work. And while I usually do enjoy making them, it's just trying to think of new ideas to do every single week is quite difficult. Particularly after doing it for, you know, however long I've done the YouTube videos for. So yeah, don't worry, so the YouTube content is not going to stop, and I will, at the very least, definitely consider, well, definitely keep doing the streams on YouTube and Twitch. But it just might be that maybe the frequency of the YouTube video uploads cuts down a bit. Keep finding bronze badges. What do I trade them in for? So in episode 1, there is a quest. It's a shop quest called Anniversary Badge Shop, and there is an NPC in that shop you can trade them for. There's a few good things you can do with them. So if you've got any armors that need slots added to them, you can get ad slots with bronze badges. You can also, as well, if you want to, you can trade up the bronze badges into silver badges at a rate of 10-to-1. I enjoy strategy guides on how to beat certain bosses. I figure most have some way to evade the attacks instead of having to tank all of them. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that, yeah. Can also get try grinders from it, yeah. Honestly, I feel like ultimate grinders drop pretty often anyway, so I probably wouldn't use the badges for grinders, but if you are short on them, it's another way of getting them. I know you have more broad videos on PSO, maybe doing more ID-specific videos, like what rare weapons you should really hunt for, or what job you should be with a certain ID. Well, like, what classes are best to hunt certain items. Yeah, I could think about doing that. Yeah, draft it. I mean, it depends what you grind. And I mean, you know, if you've got S ranks to grind, that is going to burn through your grinders quite fast. Hunting runs the risk of Ephinea changing the drops in the video being outdated. Yeah, I mean, thankfully they don't change the drops too often, but there is always that risk. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm burned out with videos, it's just that obviously PSO has typically been the primary thing I do on the YouTube channel, and I have done a lot of videos on PSO. And it's just kind of getting to the point where I don't think there's a whole lot of things I can still cover. I've still got the Seat of the Heart video to do as well. I still need to actually unlock that. And as I've said a few times, there is a special video coming towards the end of the year as well. That's just going to talk about the PSO in general as we get to the 25th anniversary. Haven't they already changed some of the drops in the IDs anywhere? Yeah, I mean, typically they don't do too many changes to the drop charts. There was a couple last year. I think this year the only change they made is there was a very minor change to the Temple, El Rappy and Love Rappy drops on some IDs. Yeah, if you don't know, they basically reverse the drops for El Rappy and Love Rappy. Only for a few IDs though, it was basically any ID that got, I think it was the Vivienne drops and maybe the Rambling Mare drop. When does the event end? I believe it's the 8th of September, so there's about a week left. You want a banner? Hope you get one. Well, there's some changes to mag seller drops. Maybe last year, possibly. I want to say maybe the Liberta kit got changed for one ID. I think it might have been Scala actually. Because I'm sure that Liberta kit used to drop from Goran detonators, and they changed that to the lame drop. So I know Skylight before got a few drop changes last year. I think Dolphon drop got changed as well, because that used to be lame. It got changed to Electro Frame, I think. Lame is now my hunt. I took a break from Cloak. Yeah, there's a few good options for Lame. Viridia is technically a decent one. And from Dolphin Eclair, but the issue, as Drafty has just said there, is that Dolphin Eclair likes to not show up. Pinkle is pretty good for Lame as well. That drops from the little monkeys in it before. In F2, sorry. You can also do, I think it's Oran Condrio, I think. And I can't remember, it's either Yellow Balls or Oran Mines. Drops from one of the Sinnohs. Speaking of which, a Lame's just dropped. From Goran Detonator, so that is the Skylight drop. Oh, we're sitting on this side for a change. Spawned you here. Yeah, it wasn't you. Oh, sorry to hear that. I'll just say, just be careful if you play the jukebox, because there's a few songs in there that are very DMCA. I'm not sure if Knight's DMCA's. I think it's been played before, and I think it was okay. It was mainly just the F3 final boss theme. And obviously stuff like Deja Vu is very DMCA. Another banner. Psycho Wand from Midlily. Alright, they're up to Desert 3, so they haven't got too long to go. Sega hates it when you play Sega music in a Sega game. I think the issue with this is that there is a lot of music on this jukebox that is not Sega. And is very, very copyright. Yeah, they're either on the boss or very close to it. Oh, quite a few banners. We got to the boss in 13 minutes last game, which was pretty fast. Yeah, I mean, it is quite a long quest, but when you've got a good team, you can blow through it. Didn't I get a strike from NGS? I'm trying now. So I've never had an actual copyright strike. You get what's called a content ID match, which is where basically the owner of the copyright says, "That's our song. We want a share of your ad revenue." Although usually the share of the ad revenue is normally we want all of the ad revenue. Yeah, the one I mainly got a content ID match from, it was the episode 3 final boss theme from PSO Ep 3. Because it's like a new remix of it that was used in PSO 2. That for some reason is very DMC-er. Even though I was at the time playing it in PSO episode 3. Or on mine since it's quick. Yeah, I don't mind doing it on mine if you want. It is a really fast run, so you can do. Yeah, but there is a lot of music in NGS that is very, very unsafe to stream. It's quite funny, really, because for the NGS content creators, I mentioned this in the last video that I did. I think this video goes live to everyone on Tuesday. Yeah, in that video, I basically said that there was basically when you join as an NGS content creator, it says that you are totally fine to monetize your videos for NGS, you know, which is nice to say, you know. But what they neglect to mention is that, oh, there's also a lot of copyright music in the game, though, that you can't monetize. Yeah, that's exactly it, Draftia. So basically, Strange Fruits, which is the Ep3 final boss theme, it is also used in one of the Profound Darkness themes in PSO2 for one of the phases. Then there was a competition for PSO2 where people could vote on a song from PSO2 that will get a vocal version, and the Profound Darkness theme won. So they made a vocal version of the Profound Darkness theme, which obviously had Strange Fruits in it as well. And that is copyright owned by some massive like licensing company that just issues content ID claims every time you use it. But they're also claiming the original Strange Fruits as well. I did dispute it. I did say that the version I was using was the one from PSO Ep 3, which is the original version of the song. And they just denied the dispute. And with the amazing way that YouTube disputes work, if you dispute something and you're not happy with the result, you can file another dispute. But if you are unsuccessful in that second dispute, you can get a channel strike and potentially get your channel terminated. So why would you ever do it? It's really, really dumb. You know, if they'd have said to me, look, using the F3 theme, you know, Sega has copyright on that, whatever, I'd be like, yeah, okay, fair enough. You know, I can share the revenue. I wouldn't have an issue with that at all. But it was the fact that they were trying to claim it as a different song. Oh, you got Conju, Drac. Oh, nice one. Hopefully that someone gets a Heaven Striker with hit. Exactly, Mickey. Yeah, basically, unless you're like, a massive streamer and have a lot of backing, you're probably not going to win that fight. So basically, they were trying to claim a very large portion of the ad revenue. So I decided, well, instead of me disputing it, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn all the ad revenue off so you don't get a penny either. I mean, the amount of ad revenue they would have got from it would not be big, you know. We're not talking a lot of money here, but it was the principle of the matter. Yeah, content ID's always been a very, very strange thing on YouTube, unfortunately. It's really strange as well because like occasionally I'll get a content ID claim on YouTube, but I'll get nothing on Twitch, despite it being the same stream. It's really odd. I think what's more messed up with it as well is that you see, if you do watch some big streamers, there are a lot of streamers who quite fragrantly just abuse the rules and play some very, very copyright music on stream and seem to just get away with it. I have a feeling the way they get around it is, I think because they're only streaming on Twitch, they basically just they've basically got it set so that the audio just outputs like a different audio channel for the music, so they can kind of get away with it because it won't be in the VOD. And although they can technically get a live DMCA while they're live, it's very unlikely. Whereas for me, I would have a lot more issues doing it because obviously I'm multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch, and you can't separate the audio channels on YouTube. I know there's a Brazilian-based group that is notorious for claiming on anything from Nier Automata. Yeah, so I have had a copyright claim on, I'm trying to remember which song it was now, but there was a song from Nier Automata that they tried copyright claiming. That is one I did win because I did dispute that. Mainly because they were trying to claim it as, I think it was some kind of union that was basically trying to claim any song that had any amount of Latin lyrics or something in it. I don't know if it's the same group that you're talking about, Nemu, but yeah, it was basically any song that had any kind of Latin lyrics. Which is funny because I don't even know if Nier songs have Latin lyrics because the entire language of the Nier songs is made up anyway. But yeah, they are renowned for doing it. They just mass claim. The thing is though, at least the group that I had to deal with, it became quite clear that they were claiming on so many videos that they didn't actually have the time to actually respond to disputes. So I just disputed it. They didn't respond to the dispute at all. And after, like, I think it's after 30 days, the dispute just gets cancelled. So I kind of win by default after 30 days anyway. Yeah, it's a shame. I think the whole copyright system, there are some people who do really abuse it, but I think there are also a lot of people who really abuse the claim system as well, which is a shame. That is a 5-hit Dragon Slayer. Brilliant. I think it's safe to say we are so back. He spent like an entire summer disputing the claims. Oh. There's not even any dragons in there. Yeah, the Dragon Slayer got lost. I did get a Dragon Slayer yesterday that had like 65 machine. It's just sat in my bank, like, with the other collection of crap that I've collected over the years. So yeah, if anyone does stream PSO, just be aware of that there are a couple of songs that like to get claimed. The Strange Fruits as well, it's a massive recording agency, like a licensing agency in Japan. I think it's like the second biggest one in Japan, so you're not going to win. They would have a lot of lawyers. Here's my collection of stuff that wasn't SJS. Yeah, a timeline of disappointment. I guess I can join line for this one. Yeah, unfortunately some games just seem to be a lot worse for it than other games. I honestly can't remember what song it was that they tried claiming on Nia. I know when I looked it up, they were literally trying to claim on pretty much any game that had any Latin lyrics. I don't think it was Weight of the World. I mean, that would be the one you would think of, but the thing is though, Weight of the World mainly plays during the ending credits, and the only time I've streamed Nia was right near the beginning of the game. So yeah, I honestly can't remember which song it was. Part of me wants to say the amusement park theme, but I can't remember if I got that far in the stream. I don't think I did. I mean, honestly, thankfully with PSO, it is very much a minority of the songs. The majority of songs in the game seem totally fine. I think that's one of the issues of videos as well, occasionally. You spend a long time doing a video and then someone tries flagging it. And sometimes they add just like malicious flags that don't really apply to your video. Which kind of sucks when you spent a while doing the video. So yeah, I think regarding the videos, I will have to think about it going forward. I think the likelihood is that I'll probably cut the uploads down slightly. But the streams will definitely just continue as is for now. We might even try and squeeze in an extra stream here and there. You know, maybe if it's a week where I don't do a video, maybe do an extra stream that week. Everyone wants to cut the client and pie. I mean, let's be real, PSO videos are not getting huge amounts of views in 2025. For the most part, anyway. For some reason, the beginner's guide that I did for PSO, that continues to do really well and continues to get really, really strong views. I guess it's kind of a intro video for people. It's still a dragon for the first time. Spinning around in the ice attack is fun. Yeah, they like to do some little changes in Ultimate. I like Silver Dragon. I still maintain that the arena you fight it in makes no sense plot-wise. Yeah, with the dragon, it made sense. You know, you're fighting it under the dome. Like, I have no idea what the Scylla Dragon Arena is meant to be and why it's in the middle of an iceberg somewhere. It's a very cool arena, but yeah, from a plot standpoint, it just makes no sense. Every year, more people find PSO and in turn find the beginner's guide. Yeah, I guess so. I know some people do question like why I would do videos on PSO in 2025, but to me, I want to see more people try it out. Maybe people who never played it back when it released, or maybe people who did play it back on Dreamcast or whatever. Maybe they're not aware there's still servers going for the game. If I can bring a couple of people back to PSO or get them in for the first time, then the videos have done the job. I honestly really don't care if they don't get massive views. But yeah, Richard, for the spinning round under the ice attack, I think the easiest way I tend to find to avoid it is obviously for the first two parts, it basically acts the same as the normal dragon. So you just watch it on the map and just make sure you know where it's going to. For the last part where it circles around, the way I normally avoid it is I normally stand at the outside of the arena and then from the outside walk like a couple of steps inwards and just wait for it to start going round, and as soon as it goes round in front of you, then just run out to the outside. That's how I normally avoid it anyway. The banners seem to have dried up. We had a few in a row, and then we haven't had any for a little while. So for those who don't know, for the creator quest, once you get this Aztec spawn, you stand here and just start spamming Giffey. You should stop most of the Dolphin charges. I mean, they might still shoot you anyway, but... I found out recently that a friend got mad at the PSO on GameCube and missed it because they found a nice community. Found this out when I mentioned I'd seen your videos and got back into it on the Steam Deck. Oh, nice one. Trying to sort them out on Ephinea, getting it installed soon. I feel this is probably the definitive way to play at the minute. But I still love GameCube. This is where I started. Also, thank you for the follows, Desvino17 and Bombay Mix 101. I think it was the City Ruins theme that I had to speak most of the time. Okay. That would make sense because I guess if I was streaming in the beginning of the game, you do hear a lot of the City Ruins theme, so maybe it was that. Yeah, for me with PSO, honestly, it's just because it's a game I've spent so much time with and I love so much. All I want to do is to get more people to experience it, or to get back into it if they were around back in the day. problem I have with the other versions of PSO is lack of shared bank. Yeah, I mean, that is a big change on Ephinea that I do really appreciate. I got tomorrow off. Oh, nice one. I am unfortunately at work tomorrow. Yeah, I think, honestly, I think for me, I think GameCube is still my favorite version overall. Again, just because I feel there's a lot of stuff in Blue Burst that isn't well balanced. I'm not saying GameCube was balanced because it wasn't. But just, for me, things like Excalibur in Blue Burst do kind of upset the balance too much. But again, a lot of it is nostalgia as well. You know, I started with GameCube PSO, so it's always going to be my favorite version. You got 100k channel points. I'll have to make some redeems for some big channel points then. I have no idea how many channel points people have, so... You're at Anime NYC and they had all Japanese PSO guides. I assume nobody would buy them. Left to buy something in another booth and they came back and they were all gone. Oof. Oh, we got a Del Rappy because of course we got a Del Rappy. The most useless rare enemy. What does it drop? Heavenly Body. Brilliant. Yeah, of course, of all the rare enemies, we get this guy. And it didn't drop a Heavenly Body. To be honest, I'll take that as a win. I think we just won the RNG there. Burnt chicken appears. Yeah, it's very strange with Del Rappy, honestly. Some decent drops in low difficulties. I think he drops ad slots for a few. And then in very hard, I know there's at least one ID that gets Ignition Cloak. But in Ultimate, like, Del Rappy does not have any good drops in Ultimate. At all. It would be nice to see some other rare enemies, you know, like a Pazuzu or literally anything. Gel level 30, I'll take that. Yeah, Mecha, I'm hoping to get some PSO merch when I'm in Japan. I think I mentioned it last stream, but basically Sega are doing these pop-up stores in Japan, and one of them lines up while I'm there. I think there's one in... I think it's in Shinjuku, and then the other one's in Akihabara. and I am there for like I basically arrive in Japan, and then the next day I think pretty much is the last day of the pop-up shop, so I am going to it. I'm hoping they've got some merch left on the last day. Then I just need to try and not spend my entire budget on PSO merch immediately. I have seen that a couple of people have started to get some of the merch from limited run games. I know I saw a few people who've received the t-shirts, so I'm assuming they're shipping things out separately. I didn't buy any of the t-shirts, so it's good to see some people starting to get it. Are you going to free roam or do you have an itinerary? I have a loose itinerary. There's things I definitely want to do, but I've left some time up to sort of free roam a little bit as well. Yeah, so basically I am doing the first week I'm in Tokyo, because if you've never been, Tokyo is absolutely massive and you could fill 2 weeks easily. Then I'm doing a few days in Hiroshima and then going back to a different area of Tokyo for the last couple of days before I fly back. Oh, you know, Rare Enemy Boost doing its work, clearly. Okay, we still get Galatine though, so not all is lost. Cannon Rouge is so busted on that part. Tried looking up the seller's website and they only sell on eBay. Ugh. Okay, 2 gone over. Good bazooka is worth its weight in gold. I mean, this Cannon Rouge is not a good Cannon Rouge. I think it's all zeros. Yeah. It would be nice to get a better one, but honestly, with how much accuracy Raymal has anyway, I don't really struggle to hit with it. I do kind of want a Nug bazooka instead because I much prefer how it looks. Because Cannon Rouge looks really dumb on a Raymal. It's too big for the model. I say that as I miss. Looks like an Advanced Wars unit. Yeah, we've done quite a bit yellow mines. It never drops. I mean, it is a rare drop. So if you're wondering why some of us stay back, basically it's because if you have all 4 party members go to the boss, you typically end up with the boss coming back over here anyway, so then you basically, you know, running back after the boss again. So it's better to kind of have one person stay back usually, so that they can be there when the boss comes over. You can kind of skip some parts of this boss as well if you can destroy a load of the targets at once, but it's a bit finicky to do. Okay, I think I got knocked down at the end, so I should get the hair glitch, I think. Oh, Oh, Drac got it as well. Yeah, we've got the wobbly hat and the wobbly hat. I love that it just breaks this scene. I mean, no Galatine, but we got wobbly hat, so that's a win. I love the new strat of using a Photon Blast when you're in this teleporter and then warping while the Photon Blast goes off. If you don't know how to do the wobbly hat thing, basically what you want to do is try and get hit by the boss just as it dies, really. Easy way is normally if one of the spinners pops up as it dies. If you can get knocked down, maybe even just flinched, I'm not sure, but definitely on knockdowns, you'll be able to run round you in like the boss's death cutscene, and if you keep running round, you'll get the wobbly hat or wobbly hair. It only affects some character models though. It's a really dumb glitch, but I'm glad it's there. Well, nothing really so far. I mean, we did get the banner for Vectroid hitting 200 earlier, which was nice. I kind of feel I've used all my luck for about the next 20 years in PSO, so... So, you know, if you tune in again in about 2045, I might find another Uber. Could do ruins, yeah, if you want to do a gold run. I don't think I've done a run with Nemi yet this time, so we'll do ruins. Try and get a gold. But yeah, I think my itinerary is definitely decided for the most part. Another thing I want to check out as well while I'm there is apparently Sega have opened a store in Shibuya as well. It's like a brand new store. I want to go there and see if they've got any Phantasy Star stuff there. I'm expecting probably not. We've gone from 130 to 141 exclusively running ruins. Oof. Oh yeah, I'll try and send pictures on probably on the Discord, or maybe do some YouTube community posts as well. They've cancelled 6-10 days. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So it's the pop-up shop. It's although it's PSO, it does have some PSO 2 and NGS stuff as well. Badge PD, what am I, a cop? Yeah, I think the issue at the minute is because the badge rate's boosted and the photon drop rate is boosted, you're way more likely to get them at the minute. I mean, you know, with something like gold, you're always more likely to get that than gold because, you know, gold is ridiculously rare. But it's even worse at the minute. I guess you're also more likely to get gold. You'd grab a Zeno, Sandy, or Maria. So another one's PSO Sandys as well, but I think for those, I don't know if I get any of the class ones. I would maybe pick up. I think there's one of Reg and Rico, there's one of Flowen, and I think there's one of Tyrell as well. I'd probably pick those up because I should be getting the Sandys through the limited run merch anywhere for the character classes. Yeah, I'm not sure if any of the merch is actually any good, but we'll have a look. I don't know if I'd be allowed to take pictures when I'm there, but we'll see. It's definitely not just Fantasy Star stuff I want to do in Japan, though. There is plenty of other things I want to look at as well. Oh, Pika got Rico's earring. Absolute fashion. I think, can you use Rico's earring on Hunuel, I think? Could be wrong. I know the glasses are 4 mile only. For some reason. And what I'm hoping for is for them to announce more stuff for the anniversary that coincides with while I'm in Japan, because that would be really cool. And that is not the reason I'm going to Japan during that time of year. It just happens to coincide with the anniversary. Yeah, Rico is basically not a class. She doesn't really have a class archetype because she's obviously human female, but if you look at the red weapons, they're usable by loads of different classes, so yeah, red mech's a ranger only, red sword is hunter only, so yeah, Rico does not follow the rules. I mean, I guess you could say that you only ever see her with red saber. Speaking of which, I got a photon drop from a Merlin for a red mech gun. I'll take that. Don't like us, we know you will have a suitcase dedicated to PSO merch. Busted. Oh, we got PD by a sorcerer, so it had to happen. And badge by a bringer. Sure. She was a PSU character before they made PSU, yeah, she was the prototype. Ow. Yeah, I was waiting to see if they'd announced anything at the last SJS headline regarding the PSO collab stuff, but the way they did the headline this time was really strange. So a couple of weeks ago, they did a live headline, like a live event in Japan, where they did like I think it was like a drama reading with some of the voice actors from the game, and they also did the usual like game updates and everything. But it was basically it was also a chance for some Japanese players that were there to get to play some of the content that was coming up for SJS. Now, there was a headline a couple of days ago, but apparently, I never got around to watching it, but apparently the headline that was on a couple of days ago was essentially a recap of what happened at that event, because the live event was only done in Japanese, it wasn't translated, but a lot of global players watched it anyway to get an idea of the content that was coming. The headline from a couple of days ago was basically the translated version of that headline. So unfortunately, we need to wait for the next headline to get any more information on what's coming. I mean, they have to announce something soon because the actual anniversary date for PSO is December. So I would assume that they're probably going to run something in November, December, somewhere around there. I'm still hoping it's going to be more than just an SJS event, but I'm less confident now. Everyone's packing mech guns. Yeah, there is a very good reason for that. Yeah, mech guns are incredibly busted in PSO. I swear, I feel every time I fight sorcerers, I always look onto the wrong part. It never seems to snap my aim to the actual sorcerer, it's always one of the crystals. They said the hunters were a close range class, not that they were a melee weapon class exactly. I mean, to be fair, I am a ranger. This is my life. As someone who spent years in Skylight Tower, I know the feeling. Also, just while we're on here, for anyone who's wanting to do challenge mode, particularly episode 2 challenge mode, we should be picking up the challenge mode weekly events probably after the event ends on Ephinea. So we normally do those on usually a Thursday or a Friday, and that was going to restart again once the event's ended. So even if you've never done challenge mode before, feel free to join it because I'm more than happy to go through it with people. You need another S rank weapon. I need a few, but I think I might buy some. But it is nice to get your own as well. Actually earn your own. And if we get more than 4 people, you know, we can just sort of rotate around who does the runs and we can just progressively get people through. I will preface it and say that Ep2 challenge mode is a lot harder than Ep1. I am also down for doing Ep1 as well. how can we normally sign up to play with you besides challenge mode? If you want to play with me on PSO, basically just jump on this block. If I'm on, I'm more than happy to play with people. You certainly don't need to sign up to play with me or anything. Basically, if I'm on PSO, and in fact, if I'm free, I'm usually okay to play with people. I tend to run with the guy that runs challenge mode exclusively on NA. There are a few people who basically just play challenge mode and just farm S ranks for people. Again, in a video I did recently, it is a really good way of just earning photon drops. If you like challenge mode, it's a really good way of doing it. Yeah, so it's always the, like Draffia said, it's the European ship, Block 2, Lobby 21. That's where I normally hang out, so. Again, as well, if anyone is on Blue Burst on Ephinea and needs a team as well, we do have space on the team. How's the weather over there? At the minute, it is not too bad. It's about... Yeah, it's about 18 degrees Celsius at the minute. I think it's been sort of low 20s during the day, so it's cooled off now. It still gets very warm when I'm streaming because I'm basically sat right next to my PC and my PC acts like an oven. So it does end up very warm in here by the end of the stream, but yeah, it's okay at the minute. We did have a massive thunderstorm earlier. Classic PS4 days. They have to join or be at tier 1 Twitch subs to join games. I mean, that is not true, but if you do want to sub, go ahead. It's not only a console, it's a space heater. My PC kind of feels like a space heater. It's very good at keeping itself cool, but very good at pushing the heat out directly to where I am. Yeah, it is horrendous during the summer. Sometimes it gets really, really hot. Alright, so what are the other team doing? They are doing new mop-up 3. Is that on RBR? No. Okay. The sounds of a PS4 running rival that of space travel in Phantasy Star 1 to 3. Yeah, I used to have a PS4. I got rid of it because I didn't feel there was that many games I was interested in for it. I basically bought it to play, I think it was for Gran Turismo Sport. And then that got delayed. And basically every game I wanted got delayed. So I sold the PS4. And then everything released. I honestly don't really play a whole lot of consoles now, really. I mainly just play PC. Or older consoles, like, you know, like the GameCube. Yeah, I was going to say, did they really not update the RBR this week? Did they forget to do it? Because I'm sure this was the RBR last week. I could be wrong. Also, a little hidden thing there that I always forget about. If you load this menu and then scroll up, it shows the chat log. I don't know what the benefit of that is, but... Same as last week, because I tried soloing SU11 on 4 mile and got bored because it was taking way too long. Yeah, I would imagine for SW11 or SU11, I guess Phonium or Phonium would probably be better for it because the tech damage they can do. 4 mile tech damage is not great. I can't remember what SU11 is actually. Yeah, it's weird they didn't change the RBR. Normally, even during the event, they normally change it. So I'm going to assume they forgot to do it. Hi, Passion Flame, good to see you. So where did the team up to? Are they quite far through? 12 minutes in. Can't remember how long that quest is. I've got a feeling it's quite a long one. You're basically going to be boring and exclusively run ruins until the event ends at this point. I don't blame you. Do you want to do a quick ruins run then while we're waiting? May as well get a few more sorcerer kills in. Been a while since I checked stream. Oh, no worries. $3 AM pudding. Sure. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, pudding is good regardless of what time it is. I hate the weird noise it makes in this room. Can't hear it now. Oh, there you go. I don't know if you can hear that on the stream, but it's the most disgusting noise. Meat noises. I mean, yeah, sure. It does sound moist. Yeah, I think it's like the breathing walls and the breathing floor and everything else breathing in ruins. It's some tainted ham. Alright, let's see if we get something from this. Again, I will say this now. If I get a Hangul Gold drop, I will give it to Nunu. One, because they've hunted it for way too long, and two, because if you think after hunting SJS that I'm hunting Golden Millet, you have another thing coming. So wait, you always forget how strong Qcast is until you play with one again. I should not have one on Ephinea yet. Maybe I should make a Qcast at some point. Not yet though. Unless you play with mine, it's shocking. It's just crazy, like, when you look at the stats though, like the amount of attack power that HuCast has in comparison to everyone else. You know, it's not a small difference. I'll play Huni, you play HuCast, your turn. Oh, another level. You see, the problem is I like playing Huni too much. I think I genuinely am going to make a second one. There's an event right now. There is. This event lasts for about another week. So I think September the 8th it ends. Basically, a lot of extra rare drop rate, a lot of extra experience. Special missions like this that you can run that have pretty good enemy counts. Very, very good time to play. Yeah, it is. It's the best event of the year for Ephinea. I'm a little sad that Bringer rifles don't make the sound when you fire it. Yeah, they don't, do they? It makes a different noise. I was wondering, gotta get in. Yeah, like I said, I think September the 8th, I think, is when it ends. I thought they would turn Forest Badger rate up now all the targets are met. I mean, the thing is, I think now I am okay with people running Forest now. I mean, the Cease Forest thing has always been a bit of a meme. You know, at the end of the day, if you want to run it, run it. But now we've met all the unlocks anyway, so you can kind of run anything. I haven't got a single thing from any of my runs. I mean, to be fair, Reza, it took me until the 3rd week to get my big drop. Sky over here, they've been like, it's been 87 years. It felt like it. Did you make a note of how many SJS banners crossed the screen yesterday after you got yours? There were quite a few. There's been a lot of SJSs dropping this event because the drop rate is massively improved. Oh, float and drop. Yeah, there was quite a lot. I'm just glad to have mine finally. Love that even with Ephinea's drops and extras, PSO is still PSO. Yeah, it does feel close to the classic experience, honestly. I've seen it 6 or 7 in the last 24 hours. You'll probably notice that with a lot of the rares, because as we are getting towards the end of the event now, people will be going hard on trying to find stuff. We've got like the best rates and everything at the minute, so it makes sense. tend to notice that the values on stuff will plummet quite a bit during the anniversary. They will pick up again after. I know SJS has dropped quite a bit in value at the minute. I think it's normally about, I think outside of event, normally around about maybe 250, 200 to 250, somewhere around there. I think at the minute it's down to maybe 175, 180, somewhere around there. Is it a mod or a new feature that shows the rare items on the ground? That is an add-on. You are allowed to use add-ons on Ephinea, providing they don't do anything they shouldn't be. Yeah, this add-on basically just highlights important drops on the ground, so it is very, very useful. I think if you go on the Ephinea forums, there is a thread for it. I'd forgotten how freaky rune stuff is until I started playing again this week. Yeah, I mean, you know, now I've been playing the classic games, I guess a lot of the stuff in runes is kind of based on the classic game enemies. Yeah, it's a really useful add-on though. So, I mean, it might be quite hard to see because the text is quite small, but you can see it's highlighting this mono grinder. So, you know, if I'm over here, there's obviously a lot of items on the floor there, and it would take forever to look around them all. So I know that really nothing there is worth picking up apart from this one here, which is a mono grinder. There's a dungeon in 4 that will feel like runes. You will know when you get there. Okay. If I'm near level 100, should I run TTF to focus on leveling during the event, or is there something else I could run for gear and levels? Honestly, Stoker, with how the experience is at the minute, I mean, TTF will be your fastest leveling, for sure. Honestly, though, literally run any of the event quests. To be honest, run anything with a decent enemy count. The experience is so high at the minute that it kind of doesn't matter what you run. I guess at least if you're running the event quest, you're getting extra badges out of it. Is there anything good in the shop? Charged laser with no hit. Nice. Yeah, RBR is also another option, so you could do the RBR quests. Obviously, it does kind of depend on what the RBR quests are. Some of them are kind of not worth running, but... Traitor is 190,000 experience per run now, yeah, and it's like, what, a few minutes long? Yeah, it is an insane experience, so I would just say run TTF if you want to, but I would probably just focus on the event quests, honestly, because they're pretty good enemy counts, they're pretty good for hunting more stuff, and you get badges at the end for doing them. I think even if you just run those, you should get quite a few levels. I mean, Desert's obviously a really good experience as well, but Desert is pretty rough at low level. Alright, so maybe got time for maybe one more run. Oh, you got to 180, Arkham, a nice one. SJS run. The thing is, I mean, the problem is there isn't really anything else in Skylight Tower that's actually, like, worth going for now. Well, yeah, did you just get a second one during stream? I mean, it would be very funny. But I mean, is there anything in Skylight Tower that anyone actually wants? I'm gonna say CCA. Oh, you come back on Mist, fair enough. White Tower is an option. There, you know, V5 or 2. Get gig your body. So I think we have, what, 8 at the minute? If everyone's here. So I guess we could do any ID we need. Drac, do you say you're going to host another Rep 4 run? I suppose we could do... Or we can do Viridia XR with Purple second. I mean, I guess we could do, what, one White Tower maybe? Yeah, let's do maybe one White Tower and then one... We could do maybe, what, Viridia XR? That sound good? Right, so is there any games up yet? You'll host the next card. Yeah, no worries. Right, so we want Purple second for Exard, I think, so... Yes, I joined second, so we've got Purple as second ID. Relatively new to PSO BB is the lobby, a special lobby, functionally the same as the first one you'll select. So the lobby that we use is basically a copy of the Episode 3 Card Revolution lobby. It has all the same functions as the other lobbies though. The only exception is it has a jukebox in it. You can still change music in the other lobbies, but for some reason that lobby has a jukebox as well that does the same thing. It's true, whoever hosts has the drops. So yeah, so the way it works on Ephinea Blueburst is whoever makes the game is under their section ID. So all of the drops will be whatever their section ID is. So at the minute, me is the leader and they have Viridia. So everything here will drop Viridia drops. If they're left, the game will roll over to whoever joined second, which was me. So then the ID would change to my ID, which is Purple Num. So then all the drops would change to purple. It does work different in different versions of PSO though, so just be aware of that. Yeah, so on the Sega server, for example, on that one, if someone made the game and then left, it would stay on whatever their ID was. Okay, so there was a thing you could do on the Sega servers where you could ask someone to make a game for you. So, for example, I would say, like, I want to hunt SJS, you know, and I'd ask a Skyly player, you know, can you make a game for me? They'd make a game, and then they would leave, but the game would stay as Skyly. But it doesn't work like that on Ephinea. There's advantages and disadvantages to both ways. Obviously, the advantage of the old Sega way is the fact that you could get people to make games for you. And you could run an ID that you might not have a character of. Even for solo stuff. Whereas this way, you can kind of manipulate the drops a little bit. So basically, the way that it works now is, for example, when we were running the F4 quest earlier, we were running that on, say, Green Hill, with me second on Purple Num. So on Green Hill has a really good drop for the normal boss. Oh, there's a mill lily. Do you want to? Yeah, don't kill the mill if you haven't already. Yeah, so we can actually show this now. So our leader leaves. The ID is now Purple Num, so that mill lily can now drop Psycho Wand. It is a horrible room. Yeah, this room is not nice to deal with at all. It is a lot of lilies. Goodbye. Well. Yeah, see, what we need at this point is we could do with a force spamming Razonda. that would help. I think these are higher level Megad as well. There is a bug with Mill Lily, where if it spawns in the same spawn as other lilies, it basically it can increase other lilies' levels. Well, I did not get a Psycho Wand, and no one else did. I mean, it's 1 in 135. What more do you want? Yes, I guess we lobby now. I do have Razonda, yeah, but it is a shorter range one, though. I don't think it would have covered everything in the room. Heading off for now, thanks for the stream. Oh, no worries, though. Yeah, we'll be stopping in a sec anyway. Alright, we'll do this one last run. I think if this one goes to mines again, I'll probably send it there. If it goes to ruins, we'll do the full run. So yeah, so that is an example of how you can kind of influence the drops. For reference, if we'd have stayed on Viridia, that mid lily would have dropped Heavenly Power. Which is pretty useful for low level, but it's not a Psycho Wand. I always forget on Viridia we can get Yasha here. Even with these boosts, it's still like 1 in 30,000. And there's no point to it because you can just get it from Black Pepper's deal anywhere. That again is one reason I don't like Blue Burst as much as the earlier games. Although, to be fair, that is mainly just me being salty because on the Sega server I found Yasha properly. And then about 2 months later, I think it was, they added Black Pepper's deal and made it completely valueless. Most of the katanas are not really worth anything. There are some exceptions, so... Oh, we got ruins, cool. The exceptions I would say for katanas is the 1975 Agito is maybe worth a tiny amount just because it's rare, I guess. Sanga is worth a little bit if you can get on with hit, because obviously you can make Sanga and Yasha with it. So if you get on with hit percentage, it's worth a bit. I suppose Yasha with hit would be worth a bit as well, but most of the katanas are not really worth much. I guess Guren and Shoren, same kind of deal as Sanga. They combine to make Jizai, so if you can get one of those with hit, they're worth a bit. But katanas, to actually use them as weapons, are not very good. The animation is really bad for them. Basically what you'll find is if you try using a katana in Ultimate, quite often you'll get interrupted. Because it's rare, meanwhile they had to take it off the banners because it's all was popping. Have they actually removed the 1975 from the banners? So I know when I checked the wiki it was still on there, but I haven't seen the 1975 banner. They have removed it. I don't know how I feel about that because... I mean, if you get a 1975 from something like... I mean, if you get a 1975 from pretty much anything, it is quite a rare drop. I think Purplenum is maybe the exception to that because the Miracus drop seems way too good. It's like 1 in 1,000. Somewhere around there. Yeah, it is kind of annoying that they do have, you know, the rare Flowns and the rare DBs on there. But again, I guess they are rare. They're not good, but they're rare. And I think if you remove things from banner that were just not good, you would basically remove half the banners in PSO because most of the banner stuff is not good. Oh, we have a 50 hit Shadow Arms. Brilliant. Yeah, I do feel that if it's possible, again, I don't know how the server processes banners, but I do feel that the level 200 banners shouldn't get overwritten. Oh look, another sealed J sword. See, the common now. Everyone gets them now. Oh, bring her arm. Cool. I mean, it's not that rare, but it's cool. It's actually good. But yeah, they need to adjust how the banners work because there should not be a situation where you can get a banner overwritten by someone else. I actually need to go back briefly because I am full on items. SJS is hunter only, yeah. And the drop is Skyly only. On this version, anyway. You want all the monster weapons, might go back and grind the Del Saber Arm. Yeah, the monster weapons are kind of a cool thing in PSO. I like that they're... I like the whole system behind them. Dare I say it feels a little bit Monster Hunter? You know, getting bits of enemies and turn them into gear. You would land there. Like Rappy Fan offline and GameCube. Yeah, I think some of the weapons are really cool looking. First time seeing Belruz fight. Yeah, Belruz just don't stop in ultimate. Yeah, Pika is not having a good time here. I can't say I blame them. There is a pipe open there if you need it. Also want to get a Dragon Slayer for nostalgia purposes since your brother found one on Dreamcast and someone nicked it. I mean, the good thing for Dragon Slayer is certain IDs find absolute tons of them. Skyly is definitely the most numerous. You will get tons of them on Skyly. But there are other IDs that get a lot as well. I feel like Oran gets quite a lot of them as well. Yeah, I was going to say Oran seems to get a lot. But yeah, if you look at the Skyly for the ultimate drop charts, like, it feels like half of the drop chart is Dragon Slayers. 2 look materials, oh, nice one. Yeah, Skyly specializes in swords, so it gets a lot of them. I mean, that technically means for the non-rare ones, but you tend to find that when they specialize in a certain weapon type, it tends to translate fairly well to the rare weapons as well. No, the really odd thing, Jonathan, is that the Dragon Slayer is not dropped by the dragon. Oh, we got a flame visit. I mean, it's something I do have one with hit, so this is a really cool weapon. I really wish it was better. Yeah, Dragon Slayer drops from all sorts. Do you have to have existing attributes on a weapon to sphere it? That I'm not 100% sure on. I want to say no, but I could be wrong. I very rarely sphere anything because I never have the photon drops to do it. I honestly can't remember. You can sphere from zeros, that is good. So I do think that when I do sphere something, I might sphere the SJS, just because. I know Dark Flow is probably the correct decision, but Yeah, Flimbers is really cool. I wish it was better. I really wish it was. Yeah, it would be a lot of PDs to Sphere, yeah. It is not cheap to do. Bear in mind, it's what? Technically 99 for drops, but you could probably buy one for 95 for a Sphere. And one Sphere adds 30% to one attribute. It is a long process. I guess it's kind of like the endgame thing at PSO, I guess. Alright, so good news is we got falls in Exiled, so there is a chance of a red ring. You're going to sphere a guilty light. I would respect that if you actually sphered a guilty light. Yeah, it's a good point, Nemo, yeah. I think I've always sphered things that already have attributes, so... Yeah, it is a ridiculous investment. It's worth it for the damage you get out of it. Well, depending on the weapon. Whatever you do, don't sphere mech guns. It is not worth it. Somehow I survived that despite not having a cure freeze. I'll take that. It's a rare act of mercy from Falls. The other goal I have is getting all of the special weapons with Confuse special with hit. Is there any reason for that? Even the really bad ones? You just like the Confused special. I mean, fair. Why would you do that? I'm confused. Just tank the Falls Megid, you know, for no reason. Wee bit of trivia about Falls Megid. He has a lower level Megid in Ultimate than he does in Very Hard. No, I don't know the reason. Oh well, Pig is dead. Oh. Pig was on the other side of the map. This is where Gulp will come in handy because the special cuts through the shield and you heal for more damage than you take. Right, any banner? Nope. I did get a 45 hit ray gun with no special. I'm not sure what I intend to do with that. what I intend to do with it is leave it on the floor. If anyone wants a flame visit, I already have one with hit, so. You can increase your odds of not getting hit by a Rabata in phase 2 if you move towards falls in a diagonal direction. Moving towards him actually reduces the chance of getting hit. We get the right one eventually. Yeah, I honestly have never known the strat for avoiding the Rabata on falls, apart from just taking a Q freeze and trying to move immediately. Cave's one of those things where in single play you never worry about it because you normally kill him so fast anyway. Razor has found red ring. Yeah, I mean it's stolen, yeah. Another was someone in chat called Razor earlier. Or I think it was spelled a bit different. Oh, so no one wants the flame. Is it final team point out? Well, we got a lot of experience. We got a banner for Vectroid hitting 200. I think it's progress. I feel like I've peaked in this event though with the SJS. I think that is it for me now. So yeah, I think that will probably do for today, I think. On Tuesday, there should be a video going live. It may be slightly delayed to later in the day, but yeah, there should be a video going live on Tuesday, hopefully. There'll be a stream on Wednesday, which will be more Phantasy Star 4. And then next Sunday will probably be the last anniversary stream for PSO. I think it ends just after that. So yeah, so that is the plan for the week going forward. It will be a Raja stream, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I was going to say, did you say, is Ziggy streaming now? Because we could raid Ziggy on Twitch. Oh, fair enough, yeah, on Twitch side, we'll raid Ziggy then. So Ziggy, I don't know if he's playing PSO at the minute. Yeah, we'll raid him to Ziggy. So yeah, for the meantime though, thank you for watching. I will see you guys on Wednesday for another stream of Phantasy Star 4. And then back to more PSO on Sunday. Probably for the last time for a little bit. And then we'll sort of rotate in and out of it. So whatever you're doing, I hope the last week of the anniversary is good to you. I hope you get loads of rare drops. But yeah, we will just set a raid up on Twitch. So let me sort that now. Congrats on the SJS again. Thank you very much. Alright, so the raid should be set up for Ziggy. So what we're doing, hope you have fun watching Ziggy, and I'll see you guys next week. See you guys.